Hi everybody, it's OniX here, and I would like to talk to you about Snake Girl. I've had one channel strike since I've uploaded part 7. The two videos I've uploaded on Snake Girl, which is part 6 and part 7, I'll retcon a little tiny bit of it, but it's not too noticeable. In this, UA is going to be a college, so I want to get this out of the way first. So how I'm going to do this is, Part 7 is going to be called 2.0 because it's going to be a little bit of retconning. The Part 7, the original Part 7, will still be up for 24 hours or 48 hours after 2.0's release. After the 24 or 28 hours, the video will be taken down and deleted off the website. Most of the stuff will stay the same from Part 7, but will be a little bit different. There'll be a time skip in between them, but Deku and Mia will still have the kid. I'm just doing it later on. So part 6 will be a little bit different, the ending of course, not the beginning. So guys, please don't be mad at me. I know how much you love this series and the way it ends up being very sexualized. I just can't carry that on with the series because of the channel strikes I'm getting. The first one's a warning, I know that. The second one's I get 3 weeks without uploading a video or live streaming. And the last one is I get my channel completely terminated. I do not want that because I actually enjoy making these what ifs for you guys to actually fully enjoy, and I don't want that to ever happen to any what if YouTuber that just starts out. So because of the retconning, I will make this video around about 26 minutes long if I get to that. This will be unscripted, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. We start this video off at the night of a red moon with Izuku and Mia. We're both having a sleepover with each other, as you would say, as Momo was with them because she knew tonight was going to be a red moon and she didn't want to risk it. Izuku and Mia were both cuddled up next to each other, about to fall asleep before Izuku and Mia's animal instincts kicked in. And then they started getting closer and closer together without realizing they weren't even an inch apart, while Mia's tail was wrapped around Izuku's waist, going down to his feet, as Momo was still up at this time because she was scared that Izuku and Mia might end up doing something they will regret. As Momo went to go check on them, she realized the door was slammed shut. As she tried to knock on the door, but no answer. But then she heard a tail slam on the floor, as then she finally had enough and created a battering ram with her quirk, and then bashed the door down to realize Izuku and Mia were just about to do something, as she created a tranquilizer dart and shoot it at Izuku and Mia, both falling asleep. Inko came rushing upstairs to realize Izuku and Mia's door was bashed down. As she went to go look what was inside, she saw Momo holding a tranquilizer gun. Momo, what are you doing? As Inko said. Oh, did you not realize it was a red moon tonight? Momo said. Wait, what? Inko said. It was a red moon tonight? How did I not realize that? As Inko was a little bit panicked, thinking her son did something. But Momo calmed her down, saying they really didn't do anything anti-Inko, so calm down, it's okay. As Momo said, I better shoot them with one more to make sure they do stay asleep all night, because I don't want this red moon to cover them during the night while we're sleeping. As Momo shot them again. Time skip. The first day of UA. It has been a day since the red moon. Izuku and Mia was both at the Yaoyorozu Manor, or mansion as you would say, as they was both trying to get up, but Izuku couldn't get up, without Mia realizing she was using One For All in her tail at 10%. This was kinda giving Izuku less and less room to breathe and move, but when he was trying to move, she just squeezed it tighter. With Izuku's knowledge of this happening, but she never used One For All before, so Izuku created a block of ice and covered it in around Mia's tail, loosening her grip, making her fall asleep into hibernation. But before she could fully fall asleep, Izuku used a little bit of fire to heat her body temperature up. As Mia was slowly waking up, she realized she is not wrapped around Izuku like she normally is in the morning, as at this point Izuku was already up and getting dressed for his first day. As Mia slithered out of bed to go get her UA uniform, she realized Izuku was already dressed and ready, but she never realized how toned and buff he got in the past 10 months of training. As Momo knocked on the door, saying, "Alright, you two, get up, we're about to go ready for our first day of UA. As Izuku left the room so Mia could get changed. While Mia was getting changed, Izuku walked downstairs to see eggs and bacon already ready on the table. As Izuku was digging into his breakfast, Mia came down in her school uniform. This made Izuku blush madly because Izuku thought she looked really cute in it. As Momo shouted them, "Hurry up, we're gonna be late if we don't start now," as they all rushed out the door to go to UA. As Momo, Izuku and Mia was just getting in the limousine, the driver asked them, "So, where are we going today, Mr. and Mrs.?" "We'll be going to UA, sir," Momo said, as they set off to driving towards UA High School. Before they reached there, Momo and Izuku and Mia had the idea to stop a block away from the school because they didn't want to be seen in a limousine. They will be seen as dicks if they just drove up in the limousine. As the driver said, "Are you sure that's okay, miss?" "Yeah, it's fine, sir. Just pull up on the left right here, thank you." As they pulled up and started walking to UA, the moment Izuku, Mia, and Momo walked onto the grounds, Izuku was thinking, "Wow, feels like forever." But that couldn't last forever, as a giant explosion happened, sending a shockwave and debris at Izuku, Mia, and Momo. Before Izuku had time to react, a fox tail popped up. Without realizing it, Izuku was about to use his ice, but instead he used a different element called earth. This is similar to earthbending from Avatar, but instead he puts up a wall barrier to protect them both, but he didn't care what happened to him. As it did happen, as the debris hit it, it shattered through the wall barrier Izuku put up, but it didn't stop it from moving, as it went straight through, but Izuku and Mia and Momo was blown back from the wind pressure. As they came to and one of them stood up, this person was Izuku. He stood up and heard a giant boom in the air as he saw All Might flying the opposite direction. Izuku was really shocked, thinking a person could attack UA like this. As Izuku said that, a black substance or a person came out of UA, flying towards All Might that looked like jets on its back. This was a high-end Nomu that was a prototype. He didn't stare into space for long, as he used the new element he unlocked, as he surrounded him, Mia, and Momo in the element, also covering himself and them in the ice barrier too, to make sure he had an extra layer of protection. As we do a flashback to All Might's point of view before the Nomu attacked them, as All Might was walking in his skinny form, getting ready to walk up to the stage to introduce himself to the public, as a giant crash was heard in the front entrance, or the back entrance to be more precise, as he ran down into his buff form as fast as he could without destroying anything, as he saw a weird creature in black skin with red scars with his brain exposed, as All Might rushed to punch the creature out, as the creature used an imploding quirk and destroyed the building. As we go back to Izuku's and All Might's point of view together, as All Might was flying off, he caught himself and flew straight back and threw a Detroit smash to the Nomu's head, as the Nomu took it like a champion, as the Nomu grabbed onto All Might's hand and tried to bite through it, but this is when Endeavor came flying through and told All Might to duck, as All Might did, as Endeavor used Prominence Burn to fry the Nomu out the sky, as All Might shouted at Endeavor, telling him to move out the way, as Endeavor just moved out of the way in time, just getting a little scratch on his head, as All Might rushed to it again, using 100% into the head of the Nomu, dazing it, as he flew a flurry of punches to the ground, breaking the sound barrier in the process, smashing the Nomu into the ground once again. As All Might said, "Damn, this thing won't give up. It's like he's basically running on fucking adrenaline, what the hell?" As All Might moved out of the way because he saw the Nomu long stretching its hands to reach to All Might's weak spot as he moved as fast as he could. "Oh, this thing isn't human," All Might said. "A human can't have multiple quirks," as All Might had a flashback, remembering All For One. "Damn that bastard, I'm gonna kill him, he's still alive?" As Endeavor came flying down, delivering a flashfire hell fist to the Nomu, shattering and breaking its skull, but it still regenerated, as All Might told Endeavor to fly the Nomu's brains out, to see if that would do anything, as All Might had the great idea, for the reason being because the brain was exposed, as Endeavor did so, breaking the Nomu down into tiny ashes with his blue flames, as All Might decided to end it using a full-powered smash, decreasing his time limit in the process by 5 minutes, as the embers got weaker, as well as All Might noticed it, as he rushed off because he didn't want to show Endeavor his weak form. As we cut back to Mia, Momo and Izuku under the rock and ice barrier Izuku placed, as they got up from where they were to see mindless destruction for miles where UA was, as they saw multiple casualties in the area, but they were too in shock from the ringing and the mindless destruction of UA, as Izuku rushed in to see if anyone was okay, as Izuku helped up most of the people who were on the highest risk, as Mia helped out a lot, same with Momo, as Momo created some bandages and everything, as the pro heroes arrived who was close to the area what happened, as they helped out too, as the media came through like a swarm of bees, as the media tried to walk into the grounds but was stopped by Best Genus and Cementos cementing the wall upwards, but this didn't stop the media from walking in, as the media saw a bunch of injured students that are second years now and also third years, as they started to take photos and videos and showing what's on the scene of what happened in UA, as some of the pro heroes were trying to help the kids out, as Best Genus found a bunch of kids trapped under rubble as he saved them, but when Semestos found a bunch of 3 kids laid on the floor, not breathing, and one of them had a pale look on his face like he died, as Semestos shouted to all the pro heroes to come help him now. We've got some critical injured kids over here, as they all came rushing, but what they didn't realize, a bunch of media were also chasing after them, as Semestos pulled the kids out of the hole and to check their pulses, as his face went more pale than what it already was because of his concrete posture, as he went into shock, saying, "They're dead," as the heroes were in shock, thinking this happened on their watch, but without realizing it, the media was already recording what they've just said and done, and by the time they got onto the camera, this was already recorded live and posted to their websites, where millions and millions of people can see. As the pro heroes was grabbing the camera, this person was Best Genus, as he destroyed the camera, as Best Jeanist said to the media, "Get off UA's property now before I call the police and get you arrested for trespassing on school property," as all of the media decided to walk off because Best Jeanist was giving off a little bit of bloodlust. As we cut back to Izuku, Mia and Momo trying to walk out of UA's grounds from helping out the teachers and the students to get out of the trap building, as Izuku, Mia and Momo stand outside of the UA campus in shock that just happened, as Momo's dad, Momo's mother, and Inko came rushing to the UA campus, or the now destroyed UA campus, as Inko, Momo's and Mia's father and mother, rushed at them and tackling them into a hug saying, "Are you alright?" As Mia and Momo said, "Thanks to Izuku, yes, he protected us from the boulder that was going to hit us." As Mrs. Yaoyorozu was just about to turn around and thank him, she noticed a fourth tail sprouted out of Izuku's back. As Mia noticed this as well, as she was screaming on the inside saying, "Yes, yes, yes, one more and I can lay perfectly well on them." Mia thought, but she was still in shock about it, so she didn't say it out loud. As Inko and all rest of the family went home to the Yaoyorozu estate, because it seems the most safest at the time. As they all went inside, one of the maids accidentally turned on the TV, as everyone looked at it, saying, "What the hell? It looks way worse than what I thought it was," Izuku said, as this camera shot was in the air through a helicopter. As Nezu was walking to the media and talking about what they are going to do with UA, Nezu stood there saying, "All major placements, all of the UA students will have to be put into a normal high school because of the major damage that UA has now had on its record. UA was closed until further notice." As we do a time skip for the next day, while Mia and Izuku is just waking up. Izuku woke up, but then he realized what happened yesterday, and then he just decided to snuggle back into bed with Mia wrapped around him like she normally does in the morning. I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you have, please let me know in the comments section down below, and there'll be a link in the description to the Blaze Heroes Discord channel and their channel in itself. I hope you guys go check them out, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.